I play professional basketball overseas, and this is the part nobody warns you about. The first thing nobody tells you about playing overseas is the arrival shock. When you arrive, you gotta adjust to the city, the culture, the gym, what practice is like. There are many different things that you will not know what to expect. Sometimes the gym you're playing in may be very different than gyms you're used to. The rims may look different from one stop to the next. One gym you play at may have the rim attached to the wall. One gym may have a huge seating venue, and one gym may have a small seating selection. When it comes to the gyms, it can be very different. So when you're preparing to warm up, it's important you get your shots up because you're not playing on the same rims you're used to most likely. As far as the city, I had no idea what to expect. But after about a week or two, it's a pretty small city, so I learned every place really. I don't get out too much, but it's not much to do anyways. I didn't know whether to expect huge buildings, small buildings, whether it's gonna be snowing every day or not. So coming here was just very exciting to see, oh, the homes look pretty similar. One thing that did shock me was the bed being on the floor. But the thing is, that's something that is somewhat more normal or custom over here. So that was something I did not expect at all. And I was like, why is the bed on the floor? And I had to ask my teammates, so you guys bed on the floor as well? They're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so I thought I was just tripping. Maybe it was just mine, but the culture, I didn't really know what to expect as far as the people here, but I haven't had any problems. Everybody's pretty nice. They speak a different language, so most of the times they're not saying much to me, like on a day-to-day basis if I'm in the grocery store or anything, but the people seem kind, hold the doors, they'll say thank you and stuff like that. So the culture experience was not too bad for me. The biggest adjustment I had to make upon my arrival was adjusting to the practice style overseas. It was very different from what I was accustomed to as far as in college or G League workouts. It was just very intense, very detailed as far as when we're doing plays or defensive drills. If you're like 1 feet off the wrong spot, 1 second late, coach will stop practice. He'll say stop and correct the adjustment, and we'll go over it. And sometimes we may go over one play or one drill 20 times until we get it right. So it's kind of like you gotta do it until perfection thing to make sure, we got it down. So that was just something I had to adjust to, just as far as being consistent and doing things. Repetition, it's a lot of repetition, so staying focused during repetition. The moment I realized that overseas basketball was different than United States basketball was my first game, and I heard those drums playing. And like the fans, and it was just like a loud environment. And I was like, yo, this is lit. Like you could feel the passion and the excitement for the games, and like how important every possession was. So that was something that was really cool to experience that first game. And I was like, dang, like this is serious for real. Like they take every game seriously over here. So that was something really cool to experience, that passion that the fans had. I also realized it was different when it was time to practice and everybody was kind of just wearing whatever, and like we didn't have a practice uniform. I was like, okay, I guess we don't have a practice uniform. It's just little things like that, which isn't like anything big or dramatic, but it's just like, some places you do, some places you don't. So that was something I'm like, okay. Or when I have to like wash my clothes, because we don't have like a washer at the crib, but you gotta wash at the gym. That's like something that's like different that I didn't expect or I didn't know, but it's just something I have to adjust to. Something else that was also different was like before the games, like in the US, they only announced the starting 5, but here they announced like the whole team. I thought that's kind of cool because, everybody, whether they play a lot or they don't, is a part of the team. So just giving that recognition, just getting your name called, I thought that was pretty cool that they do that for everybody. If I could have had one thing told to me before I came overseas to help me my first week, it would have definitely been the rules of overseas basketball. There was a lot of adjustments I had to make because I didn't know the rules, and knowing the rules can help you play the game to your advantage. For example, you can play with a lot more physicality out here overseas, and the refs let a lot of it go. So with that being said, whether it's on offense or defense, you have to use that knowledge to your advantage. Also, in one of my games, the first couple weeks, I didn't really know the rules too well as far as the traveling rules. It's different out here as far as when you put the ball down or cross step. There's different rules, so I didn't know them completely or understand them. And one of my games, I had like 3 travels or something like that, and I was just so upset because I swear I wasn't traveling. I'm like, I was just so used to, ripping off the catch how I normally do, but it was a travel over here. So after that, I talked to my teammates, I talked to the refs, and the next practice, I worked on how not to travel and to do it correctly according to the rules over here. And after that, helped me a lot because I don't want to travel. That's a turnover. It's not going to help your team at all. So if I could have gone in the past, what I would have done is worked on dribbling before I took off and learning how to correctly do it according to the rules here, because that would have saved me some 3 travels or 3 turnovers in one of the games, which was very annoying because I was about to dunk. Like, I know on one of them I was about to dunk the ball so hard, but they called it a travel, and I was like, oh my goodness, I wanted to dunk it so bad, but it was a travel. One thing I definitely want to recommend is when you get overseas, if you do have the opportunity to play overseas, is to talk to your local teammates and the foreigners as well, to just ask a lot of questions, because at least in my experience, both of them have been very helpful. They've helped me learn how to order at the restaurants, where to wash the clothes, how to adjust to the rules, places to go to eat or during off time or to get recovery. So forming those connections and asking those questions can help you a lot, because then you can have these resources that you wouldn't have had if you're just sitting there quiet and you need something, you don't have it. So make sure to just ask your teammates, because most of them are going to want to help you. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions, or you're gonna just be not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, struggling, and nobody wants to struggle. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Something else that I would have done differently when I arrived is, before I arrived, I would have gone ahead and got my eSIM for my phone situated, because that was very annoying to deal with. If you don't know what an eSIM is, it's basically a digital SIM card that you buy for your phone that allows you to have like cellular data over here. So I had some struggles with that, because when I was trying to do that, for some reason, when I go on certain websites like DirecTV or ESPN, certain websites, it just won't let you pull up the site. It'll just say like blocked or like can't find site. It won't let you go on the site. Like anytime I try to watch cable or anything like that. So when I was on the phone with DirecTV and them trying to get my eSIM set up, they kept telling me, oh, you can just do it online. You can do it online. And I was trying not to get annoyed, because I'm like, I cannot physically access you guys' site because I'm overseas, and it won't even let me get onto the site. And then they're like, oh, okay, so we'll have to do it on the phone then. And when I tell you, this took probably a day or 2 to get done, because I had to talk to so many different people. Every time I called the DirecTV line, they would transfer me to another line, then another line, and then they would keep asking me the same questions over and over again. And then it would hang up, and then I would have to do the whole process again. What's your name? What's your last 4 digits of the number? What's the PIN code? And I'm like, bro, they kept asking me all these questions over and over again. And I'm like, I wish I would have done that online when I was home, when I could access the site, instead of when I was here and I couldn't access the site. And eventually I got it done, but it took a long time to do. And another advice, if you want to do that, you have to have your phone paid off. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to do that, pay off your phone first. Some of them were being very nosy, like, why are you overseas? Or what are you doing overseas? And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm just trying to get my eSIM. Can you please get my eSIM? And so I probably spoke to at least 10, 20 different representatives, to the point where I was telling them when I would answer the phone, yes, I have my name. Yes, I have the PIN code. Yes, I already talked to this person. Can you direct me to this department? I had spoken to them for so many times that I knew exactly who I need to speak to. I knew exactly the number. I knew exactly what I needed, but it just was a matter of waiting for their availability. Like I said, highly recommended to get that eSIM before you come overseas, so you can do it online and get it done, and then everything will be all set. Another moment when I realized I was overseas, I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely different, is I was going to wellness to recovery, and we're driving by and you just see people, they have the snow blades and they're just literally, and the sticks, and they're like walking on the snow like this. So imagine they got the sticks and the snow blades, and they're just walking on the snow. Like they're like walking somewhere, I don't know where they were going, but like it was kind of out the way. It wasn't like just on the road, but they're just walking. It's like, imagine like me just walking somewhere in America, but I just got snow blades. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. Like they're literally just gliding to wherever they're going. So that was pretty funny to see. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not home. It was great talking to y'all. I hope y'all got a lot of information and can use this to help yourself or anybody else you know. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come join the fam.